Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you want to call me, people. And we are here gathered today to begin the reading of Kanye West's apology to the Wall Street Journal, to the Jewish community, and to all black people around the world. Oh, Jesus. So, people, the apology is called To Those I've Hurt. Whoa. By Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. Whoa. Let's begin, people. 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. Whoa, through the wire. You remember that song, people? Whoa. At the boost for breakfast. Shit. Koya. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023 that medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Lord have mercy, people. Lord have mercy. Jesus, crying people. So, bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system, denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. So number one, people, let me say something right here. I have been around people who have bipolar. I have lived with people with bipolar. This is something I'm very familiar with. So when I look at, I always looked at, if you know someone personally that's got bipolar, you can see the similar behaviors with Kanye West. It's not an excuse, but it is what it is. You need to, again, people, they teach us to take care of your physical health. You have to take care of your mental health as well. You have to take care of what you're ingesting into your mind, what's influencing you visually, and what's the word? Auditorially. Is that even a word? I don't even know, people. I don't even know if that's a word, but visually, what you're ingesting and the sounds and the frequencies that you're ingesting, what music you listen to, who you listen to, what is influencing your thoughts and your emotions. But it says here, so when you're manic, you don't think you're sick, you think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off, when in fact this is a very serious, deliberating. Hold on, I was pronounced that wrong. What the hell is debilitating? Debilitating. Bloody, yeah, I got that right, people. Jesus. Yeah, that's what you need to read. If you can read, you can put words together. The debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization and Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have a life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average, and a 3 times higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1, diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. People, let's have a look at the symptoms of bipolar. We're on the NHS, people, the National Health Service in the UK, American people. Over here, our health service is free. Yep, we ain't gonna sue nobody to get the money to pay. If you got, over in America, people, listen, British people, European people, over in America, someone can shoot you and you gotta pay the medical bill. Ain't that a bitch? American people, let me tell you about shitty old UK. I love the UK, but at the moment it's been shit. But over here, if you get shot, the NHS will patch you up for free. You ain't gotta sue you don't have to take nobody on Judge Judy for them to pay for your medical bills. Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, people, bipolar disorder. Over here, we do learning, people. We do shenanigans. We catch a joke, but we get the knowledge over here. You understand? We get knowledge over here. So bipolar disorder is a mental health condition where you have extreme mood changes. Medicines and taking therapy can manage it. So the symptoms of bipolar disorder. The main symptom of bipolar disorder is extreme changes to your mood. You sometimes have either high moods, mania, or hypomania. For example, feeling very happy, excited, or energetic. Low moods, depression, for example, feeling sad, tired, or hopeless. So if you have a bipolar disorder, you will usually have times where your mood is stable. You do not have any symptoms. This can last weeks, months, or years. Good Lord. So how is bipolar disorder diagnosed? So if a GP thinks you may have bipolar disorder or another mental health condition, they will refer you to a mental health specialist, a psychiatrist. The mental health specialist will ask you about things like your moods, behavior, health, and family history. Bipolar disorder can take time to diagnose because it affects everyone differently, and the symptoms are similar to other mental health conditions. Whoa. So let's look at this. Treatment for bipolar disorder. So bipolar disorder cannot be cured, but there are treatments that can help manage it. People, the only cure is give thanks to I and I, people. Only I and I can, you know what I mean? Only I and I can help you with that. And having a good support system, a strong one that can that understand what you're going through. You know what I mean? So treatments may include medicines to help stabilize your moods, talking therapy such as cognitive behavior therapy. Some medicines you need to take all the time, others only take when your symptoms get worse. The medicines can cause side effects. These will vary depending on which medicine you take and how your body responds to it. Whoa. So let's... Okay then. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insights. You feel powerful, certain, and unstoppable. I know many people that go through... Everybody, let's put it this way, everybody in the whole goddamn world, all 9 billion people go through a level of mental health, people. We all go through a level of mental health. It's just, like I said, there's different levels to it. But I believe the cure for the minor ones is talking, having a good friendship, family, support system. Just talk it. Write it down, write your thoughts down. Go to therapy if therapy is your thing. Go to a community meeting, group meetings. There's many ways where you can combat and help your mental health issues, whether it's sadness, things like depression. People, you know what I mean? Anywho. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I loved the most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and the exhaustion of trying to love someone who was at times unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. In that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even so t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments. Number one, people, he did that, and there's people who don't have no mental health issues bought the t-shirt. You get what I'm saying, people? There's people that's not going through nothing that brought the swastika, the Nazi t-shirts, but only because they are a stan of Ye. That's what happened. Stop fucking following celebrities like the God people. Jesus. We definitely live in those times when if a celebrity tells you to jump, everybody's jumping. It's mad. If a celebrity tells you to jump over the bridge, God damn it, we definitely live in those times where if a celebrity told you to jump off the bridge, everybody's jumping off that bridge. I don't follow no celebrities. I don't follow none of them. Nobody. People, I'm 10 toes down. I walk on my own strength. You get what I'm saying, people? I don't need to follow nobody. And I don't really need nobody to follow me either. Okay, if you want to follow me, you can if you want to. You can be my disciple. Jeez. People, anyway, what we're talking about. In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even so, t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that lead to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feel like an out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified. Who's like this? People is mortified like this. Oh, Jesus. Mortified people. Man were mortified. Whoa. Mortified by my actions in that state. And I'm committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change, everybody. Yet change comes through your actions. You have to talk your talk, but you also gotta walk the walk as well, people. It says in the Bible, people, do you forgive Kanye West? Let me know. Is forgiveness for you? I don't know. Anywho, let's get to this. It does not excuse what I did. Though I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. Bloody hell, Jesus. I was fumbling like that. I love Jewish people. We got the money, people. I need a Jewish lawyer and a Jewish accountant. I want to make money with the Jews as well. I ain't got nothing against the Jewish people. I want to make some money. I definitely want a Jewish lawyer and a Jewish accountant. Get my money up. You know what I mean? Get my money up. Anyway, people, to the black community. which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times, people. Kanye, I held you down through Jesus and the life of Pablo, and I bloody hated the life of Pablo. Oh, Jesus. I hated the life of Pablo, but I still held Kanye down. Shit. To the black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times. The black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. Because you're black. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. Shit. Black people go crazy. Everybody's playing Graduation again. Everybody's back to playing College Dropout. And what was the second album? The second album, Graduation, 808 Heartbreaks, My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Everybody's gone back to playing Kanye tunes. Nobody stopped playing Kanye music anyway. Anywho, let's get back to this. People. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. Whoa. As the situation became increasingly unstable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore. Lord have mercy. Jesus. I'm calling on the power of Jesus like I was Goku, people. Jesus, lend me your power. My God. Anyway, what was he saying? Having bipolar disorder is not a state of constant mental illness. When you go into the manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you are not in an episode, you are completely normal. And that's when the wreckage from illness hits the hardest, people. Woo! Yeah, man. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I know, listen to this, people. I'm very familiar with mental health because I have this in my family as well. I know I have friends and family who go through episodes. I know people who's on the worst spectrum of the mental health, and when they have the episodes, people have to come and catch them, and take them back to the hospital, give them medication so they can get their mind right, and then release them. So I everything he says there, some people are so hurt from the actions that was caused by the mental health that they probably won't forgive him for what he said. You get what I'm saying? Or this and that. But if you're Christian or you're religious, you should forgive. Because once you're dead and gone, I hope God gonna look upon you and say, you didn't forgive that man, so I'm gonna send you straight down to hell. You know what I mean? Forgive. You don't even know the person. You don't even know Kanye West like that. Shit, like, bloody hell. Focus on your family, by the way. You should focus on your family. That's what I should have said, people. Focus on your family. Yeah, Kanye West said hurtful things, but it was due to the mental health. Some people, do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you believe it or you don't believe it? I don't really care, people. I got my own shit going on in my life. You get what I'm saying? My problems in my life outweighs the problems of everyone else's. Anywho, I found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Different people speak of being manic or depressive episodes of a similar nature. I read their stories and realized that I was not alone. It's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year despite taking meds every day and being told by a so-called best doctor in the world that I am not bipolar but merely experience symptoms of autism. People, I In my personal view is fuck the medication. I think for some, I'm not no medical expert, but I've seen people take medication. Yeah, it helps with the manic episodes, but they become a totally different person. They're not the person before the mental health, if it makes sense. It's more like once they start taking medication, it's almost like the hostage to the medication. It calms them down, but it makes them like slow moving, lazy, unmotivated. That's what I've noticed when people take medication for their mental health, people. If I'm wrong, if you go through manic episodes, if you're a doctor, a nurse, or whatever, come share. Let me know. But I'm just telling you from my experience of being around people I love who go through mental health issues. You understand what I'm saying? And when he talks about this bit right here, when he says, it's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year despite taking meds every day and being told by a so-called best doctor in the world that I am not bipolar but merely experience symptoms of autism. So here he's saying that this so-called best doctor is misdiagnosing, I can't pronounce that shit. Is misdiagnosing him. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but you get what I'm saying. So my words as a leader in my community have real global impact and influence. Yeah, at the end of the day, Kanye is very influential and very inspiring. Don't forget, if you know Kanye, his music has grew you. That's bad English right there. That music has grown you. We grew up with Kanye's music, people. From college dropout to late registration to graduation, 808 Heartbreaks, Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, Life of Pablo. I stopped at Life of Pablo, so I don't know what other albums came after that. People, those six albums alone are a soundtrack to your life. Jesus Walk is a soundtrack to your life. Stronger is a soundtrack to your life. Touch the Sky is a soundtrack to your life. Flashing Lights is a soundtrack to your life. Can't Tell Me Nothing is a goddamn soundtrack to your life. Yeah. Shit. Wait till I get my money right. Whoa. Come on now, people. And to think that last year everyone was like, oh, Kanye says mean things about Jewish people. Everybody gets roasted, but he's not out here killing nobody. He's not out here spinning the black people. He's not out here telling people to go spin the black on anybody else. You get what I'm saying? You can't get rid. Kanye is too important to the culture, people. Shit. I was saying yesterday, people, I was saying yesterday's in a couple of days, in some streams the other day, I almost been in the place where Kanye has been, people. 2025, when you're at your darkest, at your lowest point. 2025, I was at my lowest point, but you wouldn't have noticed because I'm a good actor. You would have noticed because I still had the teachings that I had from childhood to keep me strong. You get what I'm saying, people? I still had the teachings from my grandmother, my grandfather, my parents and my sister. The teachings right there, their words still kept me strong through 2025. Ever since my grandmother transcended it being a difficult time for me, really difficult mentally, and at the latter part of the year, I was really in the darkness, people. I didn't think I was going to come out from it. I didn't know what was going on with my mind, but I had Itchy with me as well. Itchy, my dad gave away there. And I had my sister and had my grandmother's spirit. My grandmother's spirit kept me strong, but it was my sister that dropped me some bars. Dropped some bars on my head to lift me out the darkness, people. So I can relate to what man is saying right there. When it get really dark, it get dark, people. But when it get dark, when you hit rock bottom, that right there, when you hit rock bottom, or you almost hit rock bottom, or if you're in the darkness, certain situations will let you know who your real friends are, who's really 10 toes down for you. So when you hit the darkness, you look around. Those are the people who are down for you truly. Yes, everybody got their lives going on, but when you're down in the darkness, because I don't give a fuck if other people got their families and this and that, because if they're your friend, if they're your family, if they're your brother, their sister, your auntie, your uncle, if they're really down for you, 10 toes down, and they will never fall for you, they'll be there for you. They will come for you and lift you out from the fucking darkness. You get me? And sometimes people, they don't. Sometimes you're strong enough yourself. Your will is strong enough where you can lift yourself out the darkness. Or you had that one person that dropped that one bar that helped you out of it. And once you come out the darkness, people, you look around, that will let you know who's really 10 toes down for you. You get what I'm saying? That's not to say the people, your friends, or whoever you had were bad to you. But it will let you know that, okay, then the friendship has to come to an end. You get what I'm saying? Friendship, people. Friends ends. Friendship ends, people. It ends. It's in the title. Ends. But your brothers, your sister, your family is forever. And they don't particularly have to be blood related. But if they listen to this, if they call you your brother or they call you your sister, your uncle, if they give you that kind of title, they should be showing you how much they love you because they're giving you that title. Through their actions, not through words. You get what I'm saying? Shit, round of applause for that. Got me ranting. Shit. Anywho, people, as I was saying, my words as a leader in my community have real global impact and influence. In my mania, I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regime of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound, much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. Jesus Christ. Shit. Yep. So I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home with love. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. Shit.